Hello, beautiful creative people. This is Amma with Best Life, and it is day 4 of our meditation challenge. Tell me, how were the last 3 days of your meditation? Were you able to complete your time? How did it feel to be in the present moment? So that's really what I'm asking you to do, is to come, find a seat, and in your 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever time you chose, to sit with yourself and be in this very present moment. And for many of us, if not all of us, it is really challenging to do because we have a mind, and we have this mind that's actually amazing. It creates thought after thought. It helps us live our life in a very good way because we make intellectual and smart decisions. So it's the CEO of our life, really. And at the same time, it can be also the first and one thing that creates an immense amount of stress in our lives. So maybe you have noticed that in your meditation, you start to think, and then it's never ending. You start a laundry list of thoughts. And literally you start maybe even creating a laundry list of what you're going to do later in the future. Or maybe you're stuck in the past thinking about the past and how it could have been different or better, and you start seeking. So then you sit with yourself and you notice how the mind starts seeking. It also starts judging. Maybe you had an experience where you felt very deeply, why am I doing this? This makes no sense, this is a waste of my time, I like it or I don't like it. These are all judgments, and it's what the mind does. We always try to figure out, right? It's like intellectualize everything we're doing, and we want an answer for everything. And I'm not saying that's wrong, but in this exercise, it's actually seeing what the mind is doing. Because in a way, it has a mind of its own. It's all brought about through our past experiences, what we've learned, our culture, our upbringing, and what we saw from the people around us, our schooling, our education. There's many factors involving our psychology. So to sit and meditate, in other words, to sit and be in the present moment, can be very, very challenging. It's okay, because that is truly part of the work. The work is to observe the mind and notice how, in a way, it's like a monkey mind. It's like swinging from one branch to the other, having so many thoughts at once. And sometimes it's obsessive thoughts, the same thought over and over and over again. And that leads to distress, restlessness, anxiety, stress. And that's what we're trying to eliminate from our lives so that we can create our best life and live our best life. We're used to believing all of our thoughts, but our thoughts have been conditioned by many factors, by many judgments, by many lies. So just keep that in mind during your meditation. The goal is not to clear your mind. There are some theories around that, or there's some talk about, emptying your mind, and that would be ideal. I'm not asking you to empty your mind. I'm asking you to stay in the present moment and observe your experiences. That way you get to know yourself better. You get to know your mind and how it works. When thoughts occur, that's okay. You don't even have to try to push them away. Don't feed into it. Maybe come back to the breath, because the breath is always present. And it's very difficult to follow your breath or visualize the breath coming in and out and have thoughts. So that's why coming back to the breath or observing the body is always a safe place to come back to. Things are impermanent, and so are thoughts. So even if some strong thought enters the mind, a judgment, like, I don't like this meditation, I need to get out of this, this makes no sense. If you feed into that, eventually you're going to leave the meditation, and you've convinced yourself. But if you stay a moment, it might just pass. And then on the other side, it might be pleasant again. So it's always changing. And the more you know about how the mind works, the more freedom you will have. I think that's enough for today. I send you a huge kiss, and more importantly, start your meditation.